Hello, everyone. It's again a pleasure to meet you again. And just was thinking about people have raised some questions on the entanglement of spiritual life with the everyday reality, which is the life that he experienced every day, in day in and day out. So, keeping this in mind, I wanted to say something, and I thought of again getting connected. So let me just put off the fan. I think it's making a lot of noise, and yeah, that's okay. It's I mean, should be audible. So if you see life is basically an entanglement of your thinking, perceptions, the thoughts, as well as your memory, and the stories that you are supposed to be materializing in this lifetime. So basically, it's an entanglement of all this, which you call it practical life. And what you think about your body is nothing. If you just close your eyes and see, it's just a it's an interim area of sensations. So body is a bunch of sensations and emotions and neurons firing up and down. For example, if you just see and try to feel the air, you have a soft touch. And if you just take this machine, laptop, and you try to feel this, you have a hot touch. It's a hot sensation. This is a soft sensation. And if you just think about someone whom you love, and you just thought to think about that person, image appears, and an emotion appears, and some kind of a story appears to you. So that's a kind of an emotion. So sensations, emotions, perceptions, cognitions, and when they are entangled together is what everyday life is, everyday reality. But once you transcend, I'm saying once you transcend and understand and you go beyond the rational mind, you what you exactly sense is the source. That means you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts, or you're not the cognition, you're not the perceptions, you're not even the sensation. You are the source of all this, within which everything is happening. So once you transcend, you break the story cycle. That means you go beyond that story cycle, because the storyteller is constant, only the stories are changing, and you are that storyteller. A point of time when this karmic episodes of this story finish, the storyteller will also go, and what remains is the pure consciousness. So the consciousness itself is modulating, it's morphing in different experiences and experiencing itself through different experiences. So once you settle in the being, and you let the proliferation of uncertainty and unpredictability take its own natural course, you would be the silent witness in which all these stories, perceptions, sensations, cognitions, images, feelings are taking place in an entangled phenomena. So you're not the story, you're not the image, you're not the perception, you're not the feeling, you're the source of all that. And if you are into the trap that you yourself is so story, image, perception, or probably you think that you are yourself is the rational mind or the body, then the question is which one, because your body, mind, and the experience of this universe keeps on changing. So the bigger question is, what's the biggest story? And the biggest story is, who am I? You have to 12, 12, 12, and understand this. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, the absolute truth, which is timeless existence, timeless existence, and it's beyond causation and reality, beyond time, infinite. Chit is it's that you know yourself of, the modes of knowings are infinite. There is no particular modes of knowing. You are the body, mind, and the experience of the world being experienced by its own self through different modes of cognition and knowingness. You're an infinite potential. Things are taking place in you. So this entanglement of events is taking place in you. You are not those that entanglements of events. So they are in you. You're not in that, right? And Ananda is bliss. Bliss for what? because bliss, for experiencing this joy of being, of experiencing the joy of being, in which all these stories and entanglementships are taking place. Joy is not happiness, because happiness is again is a trap between pleasure and pain principle. This is beyond that, because happiness is state of mind. Joy is your innate nature, the nature of being. So once you settle down in being, and you experience as a source of all events and sensations and emotions and cognitions and of this entanglementships in this lifetime, you understand that you, which you say is you, is constant, and in this all this phenomena is taking place. So if you are anchored and grounded in that state, you'll understand that you won't take things for granted. You won't take life for granted, because, and that's what's happening in this pandemic, because your existence is not granted. The fact you exist is the biggest miracle, and everything in the background is in a form of synchronicity. So at the base level, at the source level, everything is syncing with each other, and this syncing is in itself, in a way through which the consciousness is experiencing its different modes of knowing and being. So once you settle down in the being, and then you can introduce a subtle intention and leave it for its for its for its orchestration. And that's what we call in the normal life, which we call it surrender. And you allow things to happen, you allow events to happen. And when you allow things to happen, the subtle intentions takes its own course due to the proliferation of uncertainty and unpredictability. So you need to have a subtle intention. For example, if you want a lot of money, you don't have an intention of accumulating bank balance or driving big crazy cars and holding bungalows. If you want to be rich, then your subtle intention is to be having abundance and to have affluence. So have the intentions in the form, which I wanted to stress in this video, in the form of quality of awareness. So quality of awareness, for example, you need to have intentions which are qualities of awareness, and the subtle intentions takes its own course, and you as a source experience this through body, mind, and the experience of this universe. The quality of awareness could be, you if you want to be loved by somebody, you should ask as subtle intention of yourself, of having a loving, compassionate heart, of having a calm and a peaceful and a reflective mind. That's quality of awareness. That's kind of an intention if you're setting it. You don't need to have an athletic body. You can ask for a joyful and an energetic body, and to be grounded in the source of being, which itself is consciousness. So if you have subtle intentions, they manifest it on its own. It orchestrates and it manifests. But if you get into the egocentric mind, you infringe into the manifestation process, and which creates uh, disharmony and turbulence in life. So as such, there is nothing that one needs to be doing it except grounding itself into the sense of being, because you are being, and you release your intentions in this womb of creation, and it takes its own course. So you're not in your stories, all right? You're not in your stories. You're not in your memories. You're not in your emotions. You are the source of everything. Sat Chit Ananda. You are the absolute truth, infinite potential, womb of creation, in which all these entanglementships are experiencing itself with different modes of knowingness, and filling and fulfilling this karmic event in this lifetime. And one point of time when the karmic episode in this lifetime is over, even that silent witness will drop. And what remains is the pure consciousness, what you are actually. So be grounded in the source, anchored in the source, and be a silent witness to each and every event, emotion, memory, experience that pops up and pops down in you. You are not in them. They are popping up and popping down in you. And when you observe that, then you don't feel, because till the time you don't go beyond the rational mind, you will feel rejected at times. You feel hurt. You feel angry. You feel the need to be loved by somebody. You feel the need to be dependent on anyone. You feel the need of an emotional attraction to someone and to give it back. But once you go beyond them, you just witness them and release subtle intention in that proliferation. And rest all it's taken care of. So you're over the emotions. So the concluding statement is, when you are the source, when you're anchored as a soul, as a silent witness, you are the master of choosing the emotion and the memory. But till the time you don't go to that state, you're not the master. They choose you. You become the servant. So once you are in the state of being, the consciousness itself is just manifesting through the body, mind, and the experience of this universe. So you are being, state of being, right? And you're grounded and anchored as a silent witness. And be a silent witness, a non-judgmental silent witness to your own feelings, emotions, perceptions, because they're like popping in and popping up in the field of consciousness, and you are the base where it is popping in and popping out. Hence, you're not impacted. And you're just witnessing. You're witnessing, and you are in a state of bliss as you witness it. Some experiences that you witness could be good, bad, ugly. It doesn't matter to you. Some can be enriching, some can be devastating. But to witness it is witness. How does it matter to you? You experience them. You enjoy the bliss, and that's what you are here for. And you do justice to your karmic balance, and you're going to equate that karmic balance, and you're going to equate it better in a form of subtle intention once you're anchored into, as a silent witness, into the state of being. Thank you, and enjoy and have a productive week. Thanks.